and swift.
Thank you for joining us on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPNcricinfo Match Day, where Sri Lanka have joined the party. I mean the World Cup party, winning their first game of this World Cup, beating Netherlands by 5 wickets. And to talk about that game, we're joined by former Sri Lanka international Farveez Maharoof. Farveez, thank you so much for joining us. Eventually turned out to be a little closer than you would have expected.
Of course, it's never easy watching these games on TV, to be honest. It's a nerve-wracking experience. But yeah, it's good to have the first 2 points for Sri Lanka. Getting rid of the monkey from the back was very important. Just get the first couple of points, feel-good factor. But full credit should go to Netherlands as well. They were there or thereabout always. They never let Sri Lanka off the hook. So overall, I thought it was a good game of cricket.
Yeah, let's just show you what happened in that game. Netherlands, of course, batting first. They were at 91 for 6, courtesy the pacers from Sri Lanka, Madhushanka and Rajitha. But then after that, you had a partnership coming in from Engelbrecht and Logan Van Beek, which meant Netherlands moved on to 262. Sri Lanka chasing that down in the 49th over. Sadira Samara Vikrama continues to grow from strength to strength. Nisanka getting 54 of 52. Sri Lanka winning by 5 wickets. How would you look at this win, Farveez? Forget what's happened, enjoy the 2 points, and now try building on it.
Absolutely. I think that's where very, very important. It's a long tournament, 10 teams vying for it. Some teams are like India and New Zealand are high riding, the others losing one or two games. So Sri Lanka only can do what they control, which is to win games somehow. So I think this will give a lot of confidence, a lot of positives from this game, as well as some areas that Sri Lanka would like to brush up. For me, of course, the new ball spell of fast bowling by Kasundarat and Dilshan Madhushanka set up this victory beautifully. Those two players, set up the tone really well. And in the end, good to see Sadira Samara Vikrama taking that responsibility of finishing the innings off with a very classical knock, where it's usually nowadays it's all bang bang. You go for 6 and 4s, but Sadira Samara Vikrama understood that the conditions aren't easiest for stroke playing. And he played an innings which is invaluable for Sri Lanka.
In particular about Rajitha and Madhushanka, Farveez, because when you talk about the Sri Lankan bowling lineup, you say spinners. Lots of spinners there on offer, so they can really win you this game. But both these guys seem to have put their hands up. And especially on a Lucknow wicket where you thought spin, 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 but it was the pacers who really made early inroads.
I think this pitch had everything. In the latter part, or in that turn, the ball square. Even Dushan Hemant, when he got it right, he turned it. As well as the fast bowlers on both the sides enjoyed some pace and bounce and some seam movement of this pitch. And batters who dig deep and was willing to work hard for their runs, they had the opportunity to score runs as well. So I think Lucknow pitch offers everything to everybody. And as I said, it wasn't an easy score to chase it down, especially after losing 3 wickets. Especially with the 2 Kusals being dismissed pretty cheaply.
Yes.
I thought Sri Lanka was at around the halfway mark, including myself, was a bit worried. The way the pitch was behaving and the way Aryan Dutt was bowling. But in the end, this is where good players put their hands up and make sure they take the responsibility and finish the job. And that was Sadira Samara Vikrama for you.
Yeah, it's not just Sadira Samara Vikrama. If you look at that middle order, you've got De Silva as well. You've got Asalanka as well. And suddenly that middle order is giving you so much positivity and hope going forward for the rest of the tournament.
It's good to see Dhananjay De Silva coming back to form. We spoke a lot about his form leading up to this game. So 30 runs, that will give him a lot of confidence going forward. Personally, I feel he's a very important player, batting at number 6 for Sri Lanka, because he brings that the extra capability of off spinners, which are very important for Kusal Mendis in the middle over. So I was hoping that Dhananjay De Silva come good today, and which he did. A responsible 30 runs. And, overall, I thought Sri Lanka can improve a lot, but this will definitely give a lot of confidence. As you correctly said, the 2 fast bowlers who kept it really simple and they swung the ball, they bowled in good areas. We spoke about, heading into this game, Kasundarat should have been playing the last game against Australia as well, but unfortunately, the Sri Lanka think tank thought otherwise and missed out on picking Kasundarat. And today he showed that how good fast bowler he is, because he actually set the tone for Dilshan Madhushanka to pick up wickets as well.
Farveez, up next is England in Bangalore. Bring on England must be the mood in the camp now.
I mean, looking at England, the way they're getting hammered today from South Africa, I'm pretty sure Sri Lankans will be happy to play England any moment because, after a long time, I'm seeing so many changes from the England side. Usually the same 11 or maybe 12 players will play and, they are very consistent. But today they got 3 changes coming in. It shows me and tells me a story where, England aren't settled well and their star players aren't performing. So I think it's not a bad time for Sri Lanka to play them as well. I mean, hopefully South Africa can pull a win today against England and, Sri Lanka going into that game will have a little bit of confidence going forward. But, I mean, it's been played in Bangalore, sixes galore and the players are hitting sixes for fun, especially in the last game against Australia, Pakistan. So it's going to be another belter. And I'm really looking forward against England, Sri Lanka.
Farveez,
Game of cricket.
finally, Farveez, a word on Netherlands, especially Engelbrecht and Logal van Beek, just showing that this team is growing from strength to strength. It may not convert into a win every time, but there are so many positives to take for them.
Absolutely. There's so much things to love about Dutch cricket. I mean, look at the passion, how they celebrate a wicket and the batsmen when the things going hard, and Logan van Beek and Engelbert showed to put their heads down. They built up a nice innings and put up a decent score for the bowlers to bowl at. So a lot to like about this Dutch team. Yes, they are semi-professional, but I don't like to call them associate countries or non-playing destination. But it's just that there's so much good players. I'm pretty sure if they are different players in different countries, they would be making it to the national teams as well. So I just hope Dutch team will go strength to strength and hopefully upsets 1 or 2 teams going forward and do Sri Lanka a favor in the future.
They're with you, Farveez. Don't call them associate. They don't consider themselves as an associate. Farveez Maharoof, thank you so much for joining us on the show. But before we leave you, let's just tell you about the ESPNcricinfo app. If you haven't downloaded the app, make sure you download the app because there's just so much on that app. And you have different, there are different, of course, languages in which you can enjoy commentary, scores, news, views, analysis. Download the app, follow us on our various social media handles. Farveez, once again, thank you so much for your time. You are watching Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPNcricinfo Match Day.
Stunning looks, then swift,